Settle down, everyone. Settle down, settle down. Settle down. Christopher. Eyes on the board. Right, let's have a look. We've got another joke to explain. So if you just train your bins on the board. Yes, sir. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you. Have you ever tried Capri Sun? Cherry Capri Sun at all? I don't think I've tried any of it at all, no. But we do have a joke. I'm a traditionalist when it comes to Capri Sun, I must admit. I heard the news that an orchestra was struck by lightning. Only the conductor was injured. No, yes. You remember what I was saying earlier? I forget the joke number, but yes, about how certain things are more likely to get struck by lightning than other things. Well, humanity has used that to its advantage, you see. So if you've got, say, some tall buildings in like a city or something, as an example, this isn't the only use of them. You might erect, remember that 25-foot rod that I mentioned earlier? You might erect one on top of a building so that if there is... Oh dear, I fudged that. If there is lightning, if it's going to strike the conductor where it will be earthed safely, and it's not going to basically hit anything else or set fire to anything else. That's the idea, anyway. You're basically just weighting that lightning dice in your favour. Now, so much for lightning conductors, but there is another type of conductor on which this joke hinges, and that is in the wonderful world of the orchestra. Because in the orchestra, no, I'm not going to do that joke. In the orchestra, there is often, there is in pretty much all cases, I would have thought. Even the Plymouth Symphonia. Let's do the traditional mad-haired conductor. So, in olden times, essentially, if you've got a load of instruments that are all playing together, you need somebody to keep time. And in olden days, you'd have a chap with a big staff. Stop that, reckless. A chap with a big staff, and he would basically hammer the beat of the piece on the floor, and quite understandably, sort of got in the way of the music. It's sort of like how a lot of bands these days use drummers. Just gets in the way of the music, doesn't it? The drums. Anyway. At some point, it was decided that another way of doing it quietly was to use a sort of a visual means of keeping time. And so the conductor, for that is he, or she, or they, would hold aloft a baton and would use... You don't necessarily have to have the baton, but we're going for like the full-on example here. You can just use your hands. But yes, you can get more sort of nuance with a baton. Yeah, he would basically count time like that on the basis of this. You see, on the basis of this, but also he can kind of bring in further to just keeping time. He can kind of use it to bring in instruments or to kind of suggest a mood or a delicacy. Often, having previously discussed this openly with the orchestra. But anyway, this chap is also called an orchestra, you see. So in this particular joke, we're imagining an orchestra getting struck by lightning, but the conductor, being a conductor, is the only one that was actually struck by the lightning. So, end curtains. Have I explained this joke to your satisfaction, sir? I'm trying to think of some other... you could make the same joke about a bus conductor, I think. Thank you. Yes, you have. Thank you. Thank you very much. In which case, we will return to our little game. Thank you.